Okay, y'all, let's put this shit to bed. Jurisdiction can be defined as power of a court to adjudicate cases and issues orders, okay? Or territory within which a court or government agency may properly exercise its power. I'm making this video, man, because I'm still seeing videos all on TikTok, all on social media, where some of these so-called gurus that have been out here 15, 20 years plus, out here still trying to convince people that the courts have jurisdiction over you, is what they say, jurisdiction over you. And that's the phrase that people are regurgitating based on who said it. Start looking words up, man, because y'all find yourself confused when y'all listen to these people instead of taking the time to looking up some damn words. Jurisdiction has nothing to do with somebody. First out there, nobody has jurisdiction over you, the living man. Jurisdiction is strictly, by definition, jurisdiction is only their power to adjudicate the case. When they talk about subject matter, let me give you an example. A friend of mine, I said this in a previous video. A friend of mine had an issue, with her company. It was one of her clients decided they wanted to try to sue her over some dumb shit. She moved to a whole different state. The client moved to a whole different state. And she had the nerve to have her served here in Georgia to come up to another county, to another state, to a courtroom to adjudicate a matter that took place here in Georgia. That's not jurisdiction. That court in that other state would not have, subject matter jurisdiction, because that's not a situation that took place in that area. You have to adjudicate the case where the actually, you have to file a case where it actually took place. Not go to the other side of the damn world and try to file a damn case in another state some damn where else and try to get them to come up here to come the way you at. That's subject matter jurisdiction. That court would not have subject matter jurisdiction. Personal jurisdiction is jurisdiction over the person, which is the name in all caps. It's not you. Living men and women do not exist in the courts unless you attach yourself and want to be bound by the way you present yourself. If you present yourself as someone that's incompetent, yes, you are bound. You're bound by. You are actually you're operating as someone that's incompetent. Okay, that's why I talk about the power of attorney a lot, because if you put that power of attorney into a court case, and you're revoking any previous powers of attorney, from any agent that's operating as any type of representative over your estate, and you serve them first before you file that in there, and you got proof that you actually served them, they don't have personal jurisdiction. Okay. Example: my father's caregiver. I've been telling y'all that for January made 3 years. I've been taking care of my father. I have a power of attorney to do anything he needs me to do. I have personal jurisdiction. I'm putting this in layman's terms for y'all to understand this shit. Stop arguing with these people about courtroom jurisdiction. If that administrator don't have authority to administer your person, he don't have personal jurisdiction. It's that damn simple. We're complicating some things based on what these people are debating. Look shit up. You gotta be your own man and your own woman. Look shit up for yourself. Stop arguing with people. Okay? Stop arguing with people. When I mention the power of attorney, you go back to the video where I showed y'all that I've already posted a couple months back, probably about 2 months old now, maybe 3 months old. Where the title of it is where do they get their power from? Where does their power come from? That's what it's called. Where does their power come from? And it's speaking about how your mother gave the state, a state agent, that being the physician is a state agent, gave consent for them to have, to do things on your behalf because you're incompetent. You are in a place of incapacitation because you're a baby. You can't move. You can't move. You can't think, and you have physical and mental disabilities. You can't, fend for yourself. You can't manage your own life. You can't make decisions for yourself. You're a baby. And she gave consent to do that, for the state agents to do that. And they started from the moment of, when she filled in those prenatal. I keep saying, I got to catch myself. Prenatal consent forms. Okay. Every woman I've spoken to remembers this. They remember filling out forms. Every woman who gave birth to a baby remembers those forms that they filled out. With that physician was involved in that situation. That physician is a state agent. They granted. Look into the video about a springing power of attorney. There are different types of powers of attorney. A springing power of attorney doesn't take effect until an actual event takes place. Okay. Once you were born, they started moving. They started delegating powers and all of this. That's why when they take your kids, they can delegate the authorities to, how to, when they say child support cases, they can, the judges, the courts can actually delegate power to the banks to garnish your wages. That's a government agency. Even your job, garnish your wages. They're able to delegate these different authorities to these different agents. And these are what this is what an attorney in fact can actually do when they're operating under a power of attorney. They gave the power came from the consent of the mother from the moment you were born, and it was never revoked. It was never revoked. And since you've been born, you have never revoked it, not once. You never knew it existed. Most of us don't know. Damn near all of us don't know they exist. But the consent came from the power came from the consent of the governed. That's what they're talking about when they talking about the not exactly, but what was it, the Declaration of Independence. It says the power derived from the consent of the governed. It starts from the womb. It starts when before you were born, when you were conceived, your mother went there to that state agent and signed those forms, granting them that type of a power, and just never knew that they were gonna take it as far as they were gonna go. Didn't know that it was over and done with once the baby is born and you go home with your baby. They don't know it don't stop there. That's why they can get in your business and come and take your kids. That's why they take kids from mothers and fathers. They take kids and get involved all the damn time. That's why, because of that power of a damn attorney. It was given to them, and all you have to do is revoke that shit. This jurisdiction matter. If they don't have personal jurisdiction when you give them that power of attorney, you taking personal jurisdiction from you. They can't administer your estate when you take it from them. When you take that power from them from administering your estate, they don't have power. They don't have personal jurisdiction. Subject matter is about where did the events take place? Where did they take place? Did it take place in the area, in that same area? And that, do they have, and also venue. When they talk about venue, you're talking about different, what type of court? Is it one of those, is it traffic court, superior court, municipal, these different courts, they adjudicate certain types of cases. That will be the venue. You know what I'm saying? So it's different things. You have to understand what these things mean. And bottom line is, we're talking about what jurisdiction is what I'm talking about right now. And y'all got to stop sitting here going back and forth with these people. I don't give a fuck how long they've been teaching. If they ain't showing you the fucking law, they telling you some bullshit out their head that they've been programmed to say. Okay? Until you study that shit for yourself. You study that shit for yourself and you get your own understanding, then you can stop being on here arguing and going back and forth and being tossed about by every wind and doctrine by all these different gurus. Look the shit up and find out exactly what these words mean. Look at here. Subject matter jurisdiction. The power of a court to adjudicate a particular type of matter and provide remedy demanded. The overview says a court must have jurisdiction to enter a valid, enforceable judgment on a claim. Where jurisdiction is lacking, litigants through various procedural mechanisms may retroactively challenge the validity of a judgment. Now I'm going to also read, and I'm going to read in a minute. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and read it now. And because it's easier for me to read it in front of me instead of holding it, reading it through the screen. It's talking about personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction. I'm going to, is it talking about that? It's a long ass read, so I'm going to only get to the meat and potatoes of what I'm looking for. Personal jurisdiction. Here we go. Personal jurisdiction. It says, personal jurisdiction refers to the power that a court has to make a decision regarding the party. Keep in mind, a party, if you look up a party, matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all that in a second, regarding the party being sued in the case. Okay, before a court can exercise power over a party, The U.S. Constitution requires that the party has certain minimum contacts with the forum in which the court in which the court sits. Now I'm gonna pause right there. That's International Shoe versus Washington. That's the case law. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this last part real quick, and then I'm gonna show y'all the definition of a party. So if the plaintiff sues a defendant, that defendant can object to the suit by arguing that the court does not have personal jurisdiction over the defendant. Here we go. Now I'm going to show you what a party is. Okay? I'm gonna read it first, and I'll show it to you. In a legal parlance, a party is a person or entity who takes part in a legal transaction. For example, a person, there's that word person, with an intimate interest, with an immediate interest in an agreement or deed, or a plaintiff or a defendant in a lawsuit. A third party is a person. A third party, quote unquote, is a person who is a stranger to the transaction, contract, or proceeding. Parties in a suit or parties in the suit are the plaintiff or a petitioner. Let me start that part over. Parties in a lawsuit are the plaintiff or petitioner bringing the case, or the defendant or respondent defending against one. So this is what it's talking about. What party? Notice they're talking about. You can pause it and screenshot it all you want. You can read it if you want, straight from Cornell Law. Okay? As you see, a party is the all caps name too. That's your person. Keep in mind, all crimes are commercial. You're using your entity to do business in the courtroom. And you know the court is nothing more than a bank. You look up the definition of a bank, and you'll see. Look up a financial institution. That's what they are. Okay? Look up the definition of a bank. You'll see it says a court. Now, subject matter. Did I read that already? Or did I read? I read personal just a minute ago. Subject matter. The power of a court to adjudicate a particular type of matter and provide the remedy demanded. Okay? A court must have jurisdiction to enter a valid enforceable judgment on a claim. Where jurisdiction is lacking, a litigant through various procedural mechanisms may retroactively challenge the validity of a judgment. This is subject matter. This is also on get your ass. Oh, really? Damn thing going go to sleep when I'm trying to show y'all. Anyway, you can screenshot that as well. This is also on Cornell Law. This is a screenshot, I believe. It's a screenshot, but it's from Cornell Law. Okay? Well, bottom line is, I gave y'all an example of that subject matter. See, the thing is, like, you can't, it has to take place in the, matter of fact, I probably would need to read a little bit more on subject matter so y'all can get that part too. Let's see. I'm just going to read a little bit more right here because I only read maybe the first part of it. You can read it. You can go and look at it at your leisure, but I'm going to read it anyway since the video is still short anyway. Jurisdiction may be broken down into two categories: personal and subject matter jurisdiction. Personal jurisdiction is the requirement that a given court have power over the defendant. See, you don't have power over nothing if it's been revoked from you. Okay, based on minimal contacts with a forum. Okay, subject matter jurisdiction is the requirement that the court that a given court have power to hear a specific kind of claim that is brought to that court. While litigating parties may have waived personal jurisdiction, they cannot waive subject matter jurisdiction. Let's see. They can waive personal jurisdiction, but they can't waive they cannot waive subject matter jurisdiction. In federal court, under the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, a motion to dismiss for lack of subject matter jurisdiction is considered a favored defense and may be raised at any point in the litigation process, even if the parties had previously argued the subject matter jurisdiction existed. Say, in fact, the court may dismiss a case, whatever that however you pronounce that, sua sponte, on its own. That's what it's called, on its own. That's a Latin term for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. Okay, that's Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 12B1. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna I guess I'll read this a little bit too. Let's see. The requirement that a court have subject matter jurisdiction means that the court can only assume power over a claim which it is authorized to hear under the law of that jurisdiction. See, okay, y'all got that. Hopefully, y'all got that part already. For example, Congress limited the subject matter jurisdiction of the United States Tax Court to cases related to taxation. See what I'm saying? If it's a tax court, they deal with only tax matters. You know, if you're a traffic court, only deal with traffic cases. You're not going to deal with a child support case in traffic court. You know what I'm saying? It's a different subject matter. Same thing I was talking about earlier. Let me see. I'm going to pause right there as far as the subject matter go. Hopefully y'all get that part. Let me see if I can go deeper into the personal jurisdiction that they're talking about. Taxation, limited jurisdiction. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah. I want to point. I'm gonna go ahead and close with this part. It's still a short video because it's really straight to the point. I'm kind of going back and forth from subject to personal. I want to close with this part with personal once again. Also from Cornell Law, you can read it yourself. Personal jurisdiction can be generally waived. Say which cannot be, which subject matter cannot be waived. Say, so if the party being sued appears in court without objecting to the court's lack of personal jurisdiction over it, say then the court will assume that the defendant is waiving any challenge to personal jurisdiction automatically. See, that you can always challenge personal jurisdiction. They have to have both of them. And so if they can't adjudicate, if they don't have control over your person, they can't adjudicate the case. So that's why the power of attorney is so damn powerful. They can't just railroad you and they take control of your person. These so-called gurus out here be getting on my damn nerve when they be out here arguing with y'all. They be fussing and cussing at y'all like y'all some fucking kids and shit, and y'all just let them. Y'all just steady jumping in their inboxes, paying for consultations and shit. Being handled like little kids because these people been on the internet for a long ass time. And so you think they can't be corrected. They can't be possibly wrong. But, if you read for yourself, you'll know some bullshit when you hear it too. Not saying that these ladies and gentlemen don't know some stuff. They may know a lot of stuff. They may even know a whole lot of shit I don't know. We all have some shit that we know that somebody else don't know. And we all have to remain teachable, but don't be following people blindly and don't look up nothing. Because you sit here and you find yourself regurgitating the same shit that you're hearing because you're too damn lazy to look the shit up. Look it up for yourself. When you look it up, then you know what it says because you saw it. That's why when I talk to people on the phone, I don't sit there and explain to them anything. I say, go to your Google real quick. Anybody that's listening and watching this video who's talking to me on the phone, they can attest to you in the comment that I always say that shit. Go to your Google. I want to show you something in your Google. I want you to see it for yourself. So you won't be able to say, Emerald said it. The law says it. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to show exactly where you get that shit from. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people, they just, where we get this shit from? Minimal contact don't mean they got adjudication. They got the ability to just railroad you in court and do what they want to do. They are limited. If that's the case, they wouldn't damn serve you no damn summon. They just send you a note, send you the order in the mail, and don't give you a chance to come up in there and say shit. If there was nothing for you to do, regardless of what you did, you were gonna lose any damn way. Why would they waste time serving you? If you had no fucking rights at all to do nothing. You have some people teaching you, if you don't get a 9-8 number, if you don't go foreign, you ain't winning in court. I've heard that being said about somebody before. And they've been on the damn internet for about 15 years plus. And they saying, you don't go foreign, you ain't gonna win in court. And that's a damn lie. I beat child support before I knew anything about a power of attorney. Before I knew anything about a trade name registration. I had to, trade name registration is what I did at the end of my court case. You know what I'm saying? But I've known people to do the same thing I did. They just bucked. They responded to every damn thing, and they wouldn't give them no trade, no check stubs, no financial affidavit. They filed an objection to the court case, and they did no trade name registration. I did one at the end of my court case, but I'd already been bucking for months. From September 2016 all the way to about April, May, close to the summer of 2017. I was back and forth with paperwork, steady objecting to every damn thing. Respond to anything that come to my mailbox, I respond to all of it. And so they couldn't get me to comply. They couldn't get me to, consent in any type of way with my paperwork. So they couldn't move forward. It's just that simple. And that before, and then by that time I went ahead and found, okay, let me go and do this trade name registration. I did it correctly. Bam, I put it in the court case. Everything stopped. Now, I'm crediting the trade name registration, but it could have just been the fact that I just damn bucked. Because I know people who didn't do a trade name registration, and they bucked. And they didn't get put on child support. They have to have your consent. That's what the Declaration of Independence says. It says that their power derives from the consent of the governed. And if you consent to them railroading you in court, that's exactly what that's what they're gonna damn do. It just said it even in personal jurisdiction. If you waive the objection, they're gonna assume that they have it. Because you never objected you never objected to it. You gave them power. You waived your objection by you not filing an objection to the court case. You gave them the presumption that they have authority to administer your name, administer your estate. Keep in mind, that's all they're doing is administering estates. We always see where Georgia judges are presumed to be administrators. Let's look at this. I'm gonna show y'all that administrator. You know what an administrator is? I had people look this up while we were on the phone. Administrator, legal definition for administrator. That's what judges are. They administrate estates. Let's see if I can turn this sideways so y'all can see it. Yeah, here we go. Administrator. Here we go. Different. Let's see. First, an administrator is a person who operates or leads a business, public office, agency, or other forms of organization. Let me. That's another one. This is another one right here. Second administrator is a person who designated by a court to handle and dispose of the estate of an intestate. Okay, deceased person, debtor, or other other individuals, or oh shit. Oh, I was reading the wrong damn one. I was wondering why that shit was coming up wrong. Yeah, but you see it for yourself, man. It's a insolvent company. It's the meaning used to refer to men only, but now is generally used to refer to a person of any gender. So the thing is, like, I was reading out there at the bottom, instead of me saying insolvent company, I was seeing used to refer to a person of any gender, and I fucked up on the line. So I ain't finna start this video over. Y'all gonna have to flow with me, mistakes and all, goddammit, because I'm on a damn roll and I ain't finna stop it. But bottom line is, you see an administrator, that's what they do. They're administering your estate. Keep in mind that if you go back and look at my videos about the Cesar KV Act, and I showed y'all, even here in Georgia, after 4 years, you're presumed dead. That's where they get to administer your estate. You have nothing on the record to prove you're still alive. You never put nothing on there, so you never filed no objection about them revoking their power to administer your person over your party. So they're gonna administer your estate. You should have objected. You need to shut the shit down. You have the power to do it. You just don't know it. Stop listening to these folks and start reading the law for yourself. So anyway, I'm gonna get on out this video, man. I think I did enough, man. This video actually gonna be longer because disconnected with the other video. Anyway, I got another video. Anyway, I'm gonna get on off here. Hopefully y'all go ahead, y'all got something out of this. Y'all hit the like and subscribe. We got more stuff to go. I gotta take a shower. I'm just leaving the gym. I put this cap on to try to look cool, but I'm sweaty than the motherfucker. I gotta get me a shower and probably a little something to, to get my electrolytes back in. And I'm gonna relax and get my weekend started. Hopefully y'all staying safe out there. Much love to y'all. M. Roast, sign out.